What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. How is everyone doing? Another week, another podcast episode. Welcome to the best music podcast on the goddamn planet. It's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast, and if this is your first time listening, welcome. Shout out to all our regular listeners too. Thank you for always making us part of your Monday or week anytime you listen. Thank you very much. This is the podcast on all things Afrobeats. We got you. Before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode. Engage with us, helps us get noticed, that kind of algorithm stuff. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating and comments. We'd appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, we are reviewing Reminisce's 7th project, Sui Generis, I think. And as usual, all these guys they're just adopting all these names: Ckay, Sui Generis, this one, that one. They're tapping into their foreign. Anyways, as usual, we have new songs, turntable charts, eliminates, and all that other good stuff. How was your week, my G? How was your week?
Hey yo. Yo, man, it was a quick week, went by real fast.
Yeah, I think for me so.
It's glad that people were glad to have us back.
Yeah.
I think.
Second week in a row, I've been consistent.
This is consistency is 2 weeks.
Consistency. This year has been up and down, but we try and do the best we can. So today, before we wanted to record this episode now, first of all, the program we used to record, that one said it was not working. It was not going to work. Mike gave up. I pressed record. Internet said no internet. I said, come on now. I was to give it 2 weeks in a row now. How about?
Yo, man, we did everything.
We can't allow the devil win.
We couldn't. Speaking of letting the devil win, man, what have you been bumping lately? Because I have been on that Tobe Wigways, Hood Hymns, and Fireboys. I did them all I like. Those are my two favorites. Those were my two
so far, right? Like this. I don't know. Me, I've gone back to like old school. I know it's Afrobeats podcast, but I've gone back to more like old school hip hop for some reason. That's how I've been bumping in the gym. Like that's like where I consume. Like apart from like maybe new music that enters there, I'll now like stop it and like listen because of like podcast or because I want to like listen to it. Like I've mostly just been bumping my Spotify golden hip hop age. Then like how you now maybe see one artist, you now go from there, now click his album, you now go and now click his album, be like on Biggie, Pac, all these guys. Like
okay, I get that.
Yeah, that's kind of like been in my like for the past 2 weeks now. I guess that's what I've been doing, and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. Like I don't know, for some reason, which I never like really do. Like especially at the gym, I never listen to podcasts, but for some reason I've been listening to podcasts. Which yeah, I think that's about it. Then regular TV shows. I was watching one anime cartoon. I think Twilight of the Gods. It's not anime show, but it's like brutal.
Okay.
It's about what they call what's the name of Thor. But this is not the MCU version of Thor. This is like the Norse god Thor that comes like in fact this one is out to kill everybody. He's always angry. And for some reason in that cartoon they were showing a lot of balls, and I'm like, why you guys showing why? I'm like, why? I didn't get naked in the cartoon. I don't really get like who wants to watch
it's adult content.
And they're having a lot of sex, and I'm like, this is not how I left all these cartoons though. Where did we get here?
How did we arrive at this point?
Yeah, so that's it. Then what else have I been watching? Yeah, pretty much series, music, life, normal adult stuff.
Yeah, man. Never ends.
Yeah, it never ends, man. So how did you catch I think we start from the clip of Mode 9 I sent you. Did you watch it?
I watched the whole thing. Beat FM, it's you.
Like, if you don't like my old shit, if you like my old shit, if you like my new shit, if you don't claim you like my new shit, then you must be an idiot. because you are one of those guys that follow like MTV bass because it's the same beats.
You're a
And
bastard.
yeah, and all you guys in this generation, you didn't connect to the Gen Z. You're all
You didn't let them
bastards,
know
man.
about mode, man. You didn't let them know about mode.
You didn't tell them, man. So I have a problem with you. You're all bastards. I said, from where to where did we jump to? We're all bastards.
How did we get here, man? How did we get here?
I mean, when I watched the clip, at first, like I just felt like angry, and I was like, I wanted to like tweet in anger, but like a lot of people like followed me. Like I respect all the guys that like in that his space. Then I just felt like sorry and pity for him, especially because I think he brought all this upon himself. With the bastard comments, I think first of all, if you pick like 5 rappers from our generation and ask them to name their top 3 Nigerian rappers, I can guarantee you Mode is on that list. Like maybe 1, 2,
He's
or
on
3.
everybody's list.
Yes, I can guarantee you he's on that list in terms of, and we are still championing him. We still listen to his music. So I think whatever it is, no one is to be blamed but Mode 9 himself. I think he has failed to evolve, whether character-wise or song-wise, which is just sad to see. Because I think when it was on top, Hannibal did he co-sign? 0. Hannibal has he even co-signed recently? 0. Has he evolved sonically? No. I think if you can't make music to like appeal to a larger pop audience, then you should just be at peace with like what your niche hip hop audience gets you. Because unfortunately, that's just how the game is. That's how I view the whole thing. I feel it was just being, how do you say that thing? There's one English they used to use that when you're cocky and stuff like that. I feel that was just what's wrong with him. I don't know.
So I don't know. Again, I don't even know what the base of the argument was, right?
So the base of the argument is him dropping an album and it's not doing as good as he expects it to do. So he's blaming, the fans, and by fans he's blaming his core fans, like our generation that rocks with him and everything, in terms of like not getting Gen Z to connect with his music, which is an impossible task. Yeah, so the core of it is just his last album not doing as well as he's supposed to do.
Okay, so I get that, all that. Now, what I was trying to understand was, why is he blaming his fans?
I don't know.
Exactly. So my thing is, like, there are countless hip hop heads.
Yeah.
LL Cool J just dropped an album.
Yeah.
The LL fans from the 80s, they probably didn't like the album. It's the same LL. He's the same rapper. Mode 9 cannot expect that his fans should like every single one of his albums. That's as simple as that. You can't even me as a person, like, even as much as like I love Nas, like there's some Nas albums I'm never listening to, right? You can't expect the person to like every single album.
And he's not even doing like,
doesn't connect like that.
Yeah, I'm honest. The LL example you gave, he's not even doing anything for people to even see. LL was on Breakfast Club, Joe Budden,
bruh. It was everywhere.
Did a song with Eminem. It was on the internet. Did this? It was everywhere. Like, even if you didn't follow LL, like maybe when in the 80s, you'd have like, who's this old guy that I'm just seeing everywhere?
Bruh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't do anything like that. Nas will come, he will collaborate with Hit Boy, 21 Savage. So he's evolving, getting Grammy nominated, but I don't know. You're just
in your bubble, and
exactly.
Fans from I don't know what year we want to put in, 1999, will still be rocking with you hardcore. This, like, man, your fans from 1999, man, they got things that they're doing, like,
bro.
They don't see you on. They don't see you.
Complain about life now. Every day I go to check for Mode 9 when I don't see him. It's not possible now.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I think it was a weird rant. That was just me. It was a weird rant. And 2, it's not on us to tell Gen Z about you. It's on you. It's on you. You are the artist, not me. Like, what's my job? Like, you're giving me work. It's on you to tell them.
I can bet you that this guy's ego is getting in his way. Another example, Reminisce. Because when I was doing this thing, I checked that last album. Odumodu was on it. Ill Bliss. Odumodu was on it. Name any. I'm pretty. I can. Let me not say 100%. But if Mode 9 wants to drop an album now, I can bet I'm sorry, MI. I can bet the chances that the model will be honest is very high.
High, hella high.
Yeah. So you're supposed to tap into this kind of things, but I'm sure because he will see it like, oh, this is not real hip hop. What are these guys doing? All this shalipo.
Yo, man, he ain't spinning those bars.
Yeah,
Man.
yes.
Dropping
I'm
those
spoiling hip
metaphors.
hop. What is he saying? He's singing. He won't want to collaborate, but that's the only way you can. There's no other way if you want to grow in like any, like you have to always tap into what the kids are listening to, and that's the only way. That is it me that now I'm fighting for my life now. Now we're gonna be tweeting every day. Modena just released another album. I'm gonna check it out.
Bro, I'm fighting for my life out here, man.
Bro, bills are giving me left and right. I'm buying petrol for 1,000 per liter. You're not coming to tell me that. Bro, we don't even. In fact, because I respect you, even that side was going a very long rant of how. Ah, God.
Yo, man. Yo. But yo, man, shout out to Mode 9. At the end of the day, shout out to Mode 9.
Shout out. Still one of the illest worldwide. I always realize, like when people say, oh, I always give him that product. It's not just in Nigeria. This guy is like one of the illest lyricists I've heard ever. Like, so yeah. Anyways. Let's move on to this week's news. More new school things. Let's bring in new school. Tems, Burna Boy, Ayra start to headline Afro Nation Portugal in 2025. Tems, Ayra, Starr, and Burna Boy are leading the charge for Afro Nation Portugal 2025, slated for July 9th through July 11th in Portugal. As Afro Nation celebrates its 5th year, the Piano People stage dedicated to the vibrant Amapiano scene is also set to return. Expect more updates on the lineup as the countdown begins. So if you're looking for a nice summer vibe next year, you can add Afro Nation Portugal to the mix. Tickets go on sale from October 2nd. Yep, that's all the news we have. It's been a slow news week all September. September is quite slow. I think everybody's just like prepping for October and trying to get all that December stuff in. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. What else? You sent me the Amari clip. I don't know why you sent it to me.
So exactly. So that was something I also. So first of all, Amari, she's sorry. I know she's Ghanaian, and like she's on the US
Sabrina Carpenter tour. Yeah,
exactly. It was ABC something. Anyways, I was talking to her, telling her she was going on tour with Sabrina.
Yeah,
sorry, Sabrina Carpenter, she's having like a big concert. She had like a big concert in Toronto as well. And so she opens up for her and she's like, oh, her fans are great. She does this, she does that. She's going across different genres, which is what Amari stands for. Like that's her brand.
Or sound, yeah.
And then the interviewer asked her like, oh, so what do you have to say about the naysayers? And like, when you went back to Ghana, like you had naysayers there. Yeah. And I was just like, how did he get that question? But anyways. And she goes, yeah, man, like that she had hate. Like that's the word she used. Yeah. She had hate from her, how do you say, her birth nation or like her home nation. And I was just like, Like she was like, yeah, man, like, she can't believe that she's one of the persons like had like so much backlash from people like saying you won't make it out there, blah, 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 those kind of things. And it was just so weird to hear. But of course, I go through the comments, and of course,
exactly what I was about to say. I went through the comments to continue.
Ghanaians are there fighting their lives, man, saying, "No, man, we don't hate you. We don't hate you.
We just don't know you.
We don't just know you. We don't hate you." And I was like,
"That's what I said. If you want hate, come and see what we are doing to Sarkodia and I don't know that guy."
And I was just like, yo, man, you have to understand who you are as an artist to understand what the general population in your country listens to. So again, that's why we go back to when I say, oh, Tems ain't ours, is because the general population of music lovers in Nigeria are not going to be rocking with. Tems is not what they're throwing on a playlist. No DJ's playing that.
Bro,
right?
No DJ, man.
Exactly. So is what the general population are listening to. I don't think SDC is what the general population is listening to, but within your home, your home base,
Yeah.
there's going to be a niche audience, and that's who you should even bother about. And I just felt like, man, she didn't really have to say that, because there's a niche audience in Ghana that probably listens to her music.
Yeah, just like Nigeria
And
too. Yeah.
exactly, and she just all of them under the bus, man. With that,
Yeah, you can't
everybody,
expect. Yeah,
everybody getting
especially
clapped.
with the kind of music she makes, you can't even expect
Yeah,
to.
man.
Come on, that's not even possible because she's very like experimental with her stuff
So
and
experimental on
yeah,
the album. Such a great album. Like, I still bump it.
yeah.
Like, so yeah, man. I just
And
feel like,
congrats
yeah,
to her
man,
too. I heard the album has done over like 1 billion streams across
bro.
like, the world. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's a dope album. And
yeah.
of course, if you take a look at the numbers, which she's probably taking a look at it, she's gonna see her audience is not within Ghana.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So why just bother about
You don't need, man. You don't need.
artists? They go like they carry the thing we know they for their head, they carry and put for their head. Anyways, let's head on to songs we listen to before we get into the album. We have Kizz Daniel. He dropped a 2-pack on us, Marhaba and We Must. I love both songs. I was just so happy that he left those formulaic tunes that he was serving us for so long. Marhaba is my favorite. Wherever I put in that song works for me. Sounds like nothing melody. I also love the songwriting on the songs. I was listening to that. I was kind of impressed. I was like, come on, see, kids that are giving us something different from Bagam 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 that is. Anyways, Marhaba is what I'm going back to out of both. I love it. What say you?
So first of all, I don't even want to say anything because I don't want Kizz to hear this and be like, you see what I told you? You see what I told you? I'm sticking back to what I always do.
Yeah.
So at first, when the music started, I'm like, oh, something different. I would not be going back to any of these tracks.
I'm going back to
That's just
Marhaba.
it.
Yeah.
Like the Marhaba, yes, he had the whole, I would say like Hausa sample.
Yeah, how's that sound?
Fulani sounding sample. But yeah, let me just say that this experiment did not work for me. Right? Maybe and that's
I didn't like the one who was speaking. It was rapping like a British guy. What's this?
Yo. So that is me sometimes, just sometimes. But like I said, it didn't work for me. And it's no knock on him. Like, he can keep trying. Like, one of these, like, if you keep trying these experiments, hey, one of them will fly through.
And if it doesn't fly, you'll just go back to twit.
And you just go back to what he knows. Yeah, man.
Twit. And we get his number one and move on with life, and we'll just be here complaining.
Look, man. And he will not tell the people, like, look, man, I tried to, but the people weren't listening.
I really tried to show and today, but like they're not feeling it. So I mean, what can I do? Anyways, let's move on to Time of Our Life by Phyno and ArDee. I don't know how this was put together because I never imagined in my wildest dreams ArDee and Phyno on a track. But it worked for me. ArDee didn't really sound off, It's a cool song. I mean, I'll probably hear it on radio and stick with it. I won't tune it. I won't change the channel, the station. I like it. Time of My Life by Phyno and ArDee. What say you?
So this is the remix to Wave. Same formula.
Yes.
It's basically the same formula. You get a white British rapper, and an indigenous Nigerian performer, with Phyno. However, yes, ArDee, like, to me, flow was perfect on this.
Yeah.
But somehow it
very
just felt
playful.
it just felt like Phyno wasn't on beat for like a couple parts of the song.
Yeah, especially the beginning.
This is unlike Phyno, because Phyno always be on beats. So I don't know what happened, but yes, I couldn't, like, some part I couldn't stomach that for a bit. But yes, ArDee's part, Time of My Life, sounds really dope. Shout out, Phyno's has another album coming out next. I'm gonna say next week, actually. At least that's what it says.
Okay.
So we'll be ready for that. We'll be ready for that review.
Hey, okay, we'll be ready. Let's move on to Composed by Ladipoe and Taves. Something was missing on this one for me. I'm just going to put it there. And the fact that Taves now sounded like Buju with the melodies, but just something like, I think when you don't cook, finish, and salt no day. That's that's how it felt for me. I don't know about you.
So I was like, exactly how you said, like, it sounded like Buju on this. I was just saying, like, he had all those, he has his run of all those songs that he does with, like, I would say, like, singers.
Yes.
feeling all the ones, and it just
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
okay. Same formula. Let's just do it again.
But
But
this
yes,
time
as you
we don't have.
said,
But this time Buju is so big we don't have his budget. Let's get let's get
I
this
mean, it's not like
project.
it's not like well, you have to try someone else.
Let's
That's
get
it. It
this,
felt
let's
like
get
okay,
this,
let's try
how
someone
about let's
else.
just get who's closest to Buju. Let's get Buju's protege, Taves.
Let's try someone else. And yes, like I said, it could still work. That's the problem about the song. Like the song could still catch, but would it be as big as the previous
Nah,
ones?
I doubt
I
it.
don't
I
really
doubt
think
it.
so.
Yeah.
I doubt, but I think it's still like a fresh song. So yeah, shout out to this.
Yeah, shout out. Let's move to No Games by Fave. This one was produced by Nifkeys. Not mad at it at all. Fave is in a like praise and worship bag, different from like a regular topic. So cool song. I like it. Like the choir chorus that comes with it too. So yeah, not mad.
The
No Games by Fave. What say you?
the hook is the
Yeah,
winner on this one.
yeah,
Like
it
I
is.
love the hook a lot. Somehow like how the verse started, maybe like really down, but yeah, by the time the hook comes on, it picks the song up. I mean, it's not a 2 minute song; it's like maybe 2 minute 50 seconds.
Yeah.
But hey, it's nice. It's nice enough to go back to. So yeah, shout out to Faves.
Shout out to Faves. How about Jericho by Tekno? What say you about that? I just think I don't know. This is not one of them.
I don't
I
think this
applaud
is.
him trying and trying and trying. Maybe one will drop, but this ain't
Yeah,
it for
this
me.
is not. This is not it either. This is not it either. But this is not as bad as the other ones.
Yes.
So that's another thing. So you can't like you've listened to the other ones, and you're like, come on, Techno, what's going on? But yeah, this is not as like this can actually even just slide into a mix, and you're like, if the DJ drops it for like 30
It's
seconds,
bearable. Yeah.
it could rock for 30 seconds. But that's pretty much it.
All right. In My Bed by Ckay. To me, I know this is his style. I'm not knocking his style. He has found I can't remember what he
Formula.
calls it. Yes, he has found his style, he has found his formula. I think he calls it something. I can't even remember. But anyways.
Afro Bumper.
Yeah, Afro something, like he calls it. But I just think it's time for him to. I don't know. You don't have to take my advice, but I think it's time for you to switch it up. Let me just put it like that. You don't take my advice, but it's beginning to sound whiny to me. I guess. I think if that's the word I want to use. But yeah, I'm not going back to it. Maybe it sound good on the album, maybe not. But can't wait to hear the album. So yeah, that's it.
Me, I think the production is good. I think the production is good. Yes, but he's still sounding the same. Like he's kind of like singing through his nose or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like exactly. I don't want to say whatever, man. It's my podcast. Leave me alone. Kind of sounds like how the mosquitoes be singing in your ears.
Yeah.
Exactly. But still, like,
then the bed was not making noise.
But I still-
I'm like, what kind of
bruh. But I can't even lie, man. It's a kind of catchy tune. Need you in my bed. Yeah. So hey, man, he's doing this for his lane.
Yeah, I
let his
guess,
fans
yeah, I
rock
guess.
with it.
Yeah.
Let his fans rock with it. Shout out, man. The album is coming too as well. So
Yeah, I think next week or so.
no, next month, sometime.
Oh yeah, next month. Okay. Next
Yeah.
month and next week now. You don't reach finish.
It's like,
You don't reach finish now. It's 30th tomorrow, and that's it. Anyways, yeah, those are the songs we listened to this week. Let's get into the album, more like an EP. It's Reminisce with Sui Generis. He's back with another project on your head top. He dropped one last year. He's back with another EP this year. 7 songs, nothing too elaborate. You've got production from Reward, TMXO, Ray Tuzi, and a couple of other guys. On the feature side, Bad Boy OML, another Bad Boy Tems, Vector, Lagos Olori, couple of other guys too. I like the EP, nothing too crazy. I feel like he just had like a couple of songs laying around that didn't make the former project, and just like put it together because it just felt like it was just like every each track was like something for everyone. Like track 1 was like the rap heads, there's a club song, there's an Owambe Fuji song, there's a conscious song with Bible OML, there's a sexy song at the end. Like just put everything together and just drop it. The album isn't bad. It's probably get a couple of spins for me before I just move it down my spinning lists. But yeah, Not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Moving on my spinning list. But yeah, true. It's literally every song. There's a song for everything. But yes, my song, track one. I, wherever I'm moving this album to after this, track one is staying with me. Like no matter what, I'm taking track one out. Yes, up as fuck, which is kind of like weird because I almost just felt like, is this this is up and grateful that is really that is not
with Bad Boy Tems now.
Yeah, Bad Boy Tems, which was I think he did well on that song. Song with Vector was dull to me.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I don't know, maybe because we our head we already have like this way we want a Vector and Reminisce song to sound. And
I thought it would be trading bars back and forth.
Yeah, when this sound that way, I'm just like, nah, this thing.
Yeah, this was not it. This was definitely not it. But yeah, man, shout out to Reminisce because I was literally listening to Reminisce like a couple of Reminisce songs over the week. Like I don't know how. Yes, I was just in a nostalgia bag and listening to a couple of Reminisce songs. So yeah, I always high praise to him because I think he's a dope rapper as well. Like if I had to put him, overall everything for what he did to indigenous rap and rap in general in Nigeria, I think Reminisce is up there. So yeah, man, shout out to him, man. He's not online, telling us that. I'm not gonna go down that
route. Remy Rams, Sui Generis. That's our review for you. Check it out if you haven't. The album it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure you'll find something you like on the album. Let's move on to the charts. Nothing much really changing this week. Just a couple of changes here and there. Let's kick off with number 10. Ozeba by Rema. That's going down, and this song, it is all over social media. I was checking this guy out. He has like 1 million active Spotify listeners. His name is Phyno, and the song is Awolowo. I don't know how. I feel like it's one of those moments I just closed my eyes and blinked, and I just saw Phyno Awolowo everywhere, and everybody was playing it. Sheolua by Fireboy is at number 8. That's climbing up. Number 7, Stronger Young John, another song, social media song. That's climbing down at number 7. My Dealer remix, Ckay Style and Kizz Daniel climbing up to number 6. Favorite Girl, Dako and Rema number 5. Active, Ashake and Travis Scott number 4. Moving Up, Moving by Omale at number 3. MMS, Ashake and Wizkid at number 2 and number 1 song last week. And this week still remains Juju by Smolly and Odumodu Black. Before Sabinos, I don't go well. Anyways,
I started hearing that song.
I told you now.
IG stories.
It's everywhere. Everywhere.
Speaking of IG stories, like how did Manuel's just completely just take control?
I don't know, man.
Just completely took
him and
every single woman.
Deal and those type of I don't know how to classify them, but there are these guys that have like been putting in work, and it's just aligning for them.
And one would just kick in.
They have like this brand now that people just rock with, especially babes. And once babes start fucking with you as a singer, that's it. Like that's it. Like everybody, caramelu. I'm like, God, if I hear this one more time. Even though yes, oh, you hear Risk. Those are the top 3. Risk. I'm like, come on, you guys should chill out. But it's always good. It's always good to have like a nice social media viral song from the artist's point of view or from the label point of view.
Make the artist feel like 7 feet tall, especially if you're not like a big artist.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not a big artist, you're still like people trying to get your name, and you just have that one song. Everybody's singing that song. You come online, everything. Man, come on, man.
It's good. It's what dreams are made of. Yeah, exactly. You feel like you can fly. All right, let's move on to Eliminate. And you're listening to Reminisce. I was also listening to Reminisce. So let's do a Reminisce Eliminate.
You should already know what's winning. You should already know what's winning. Let's move on.
What if I don't have the song there? The song that you think is winning?
The song is there. The song will be there. The song will be there.
Anyways, we have Battle of the Stands. Elenio, Reminisce featuring Wizkid and Daddy. Reminisce featuring Davido. Not doom, 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 doom.
Daddy, man, daddy. Come on.
All right. Let's go to a couple of songs I like. This one is just based on me just liking them and loving them. Tesojue, of course, and Bamile. I love both. What say you?
Tesojue.
All right. Show is going with Tesojue, making the last. Let's go on to this one I took from his debut album, Too Much and Kakobi Chicken.
Boom, 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 boom. Who was doing the productions for Remy back in the
Maybe mostly SARS and some couple of guys.
It was SARS, yo. Remember, it was SARS. SARS was always getting the singles. Yes. Kakobi Chicken, man. Kakobi Chicken. Come on.
Kakobi Chicken goes, it's too much. Kakobi Chicken stays, it's too much, goes. Let's go on to Lo. Local rappers featuring Olamide and Phyno and Assalamu Alaikum Reminisce. That song was so hard. So what say you?
Since this is a Remy, like if it wasn't like collaboration, I think that was local rappers were taking it because that was a dope song in which Remy, I think Remy took it on that song. But Assalamu Alaikum, that beat, Remy spazzing that long, Assalamu Alaikum makes it for me.
Okay, Assalamu Alaikum makes it. Semi-final round, we have we have Daddy, Reminisce featuring Davido, and Kakobi Chicken by Reminisce.
Movements. Boom, 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 boom. Kakobi Chicken, always.
Kakobi Chicken stays. So, semi-final round 2, we have Assalamu Alaikum Reminisce and Tesojue Reminisce.
From the Baba Hafusa album, we all know that was the album with the
baby,
red, with the red.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was the red bit of the cover. But yes, man, you see, I'm a local rappers. Labyrinth, Tesojue.
All right, final round, Tesojue and Kakobi Chicken. All right, Show already has his favorite song in Tesojue, and that is it this week on Eliminate Reminisce edition. And I think with nothing else to add, that is the end of the show this week. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. A new episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your pod from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments, suggestions, send your music to fan mail at AfrobeatsPod. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, also on at AfrobeatsPod, and we will catch you in the next episode. Peace out, people. Peace out.
Peace.